picture. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. The calendar has turned to December and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got some space here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 4 yards on the ground. And that will force a punt on 3rd and 14. Off-play action. Mitchell. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some
touchdown. Drake London, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Touchdown, New Orleans!
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
On second down, it's Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. The Falcons at 9-2 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And some space here. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll drop the throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. They'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons!
What a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Crew, up and good. That makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. From the gun on third down, Mitchell. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into cover. They're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
It's Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw. Mitchell. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. 7th play of this drive coming up. Way to go on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. Finding space at the 40.
And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Got his man. It's London.
Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On the set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 148 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Mitchell. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
What the goal is to get back into this game. The offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one. I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They find some open field here, and he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pete Werner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback, make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll set up to throw. Going for it all. This to Pitts, and he's got it. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season. Those problem turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for them here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Jones with a carry on first down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Mitchell now to throw on second down. He completes it to Olave. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 167 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Ready.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they get it at their own 4-yard line. So his struggle's just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
The goal was to score it just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was 1 play to get it done.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the years.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great... And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Alec Ingold, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mitchell. And incomplete on the deep ball. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Mitchell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, Kamara. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw is Mitchell. Throwing on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. 30, past the 20. But he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Oh, he fakes a spike. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The Falcons send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Kamara. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 40-yard line. 223 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 18 on the play. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll go option to the short side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Mitchell throwing on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets him ready at the 33-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. Throw left side, there's London. On the move past the 40. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Falcons just continue to roll. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the driver begin at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And some room to work. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Mitchell. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. This is caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, Mitchell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now their defense came through to the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And you can sense the frustration now as they're going to drop him again behind the line. Now Mitchell going to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Saints.
Chris Olave
from 6 yards away. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Room here to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 72 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. We have played 3 quarters.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
On the delay, Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone and the frustration of body line, which is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On third down, here's Kamara.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Four yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Mitchell. And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Richie Graham. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Up the middle, Jones. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 33. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that one extended even further.
So they haven't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Kamara off the draw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Operating from the gun, Mitchell. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Here's Mitchell looking to throw on second down. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he has his down, he's going to be a nice long soaking hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. A give. This is Kamara. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here comes the Saints punter now. And sneak attack. They're going to run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
So they went with a trickery there on the fake punt, hoping to catch that return team flat-footed, but it did not work out.
And you were talking about trying to catch him flat-footed. That's what they were hoping for, trying to catch him off guard. That's a well-coached team on the other side. They were more than prepared, and they were able to stop it.
Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, here's Jones. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.